This is the journey to one Africa. Hey everybody, welcome back to SNOA, and this is Mika. And honestly guys, it has been a while since last time I did a news, so I've been missing you guys. I hope you've been missing me as well. But anyways guys, today I have an update on UN expresses disappointment of extension of South Sudan's transitional period to 2027. If you guys are not aware of this, South Sudan actually changed the date for their election all the way to 2027. It's not something new, but we see this in Africa all the time when some leaders want to stay over power in the regime. We remember Senegal, the ex-president of Senegal, he actually wanted to do the same thing, but the people stood up and he did not succeed. As a result, they had to do the election, and the president, Diomaye Faye, he became the youngest president in Africa voted into the office. Anyways guys, so let me read this news and then I'll give my opinion at the same time. You let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, turn notification button. You can follow us on social media, but also feel free to support us through the link in the description. We'll appreciate you guys. Nicholas Haysom, head of the United Nations mission in South Sudan, expressed deep regret as the UN backed the extension of South Sudan's transitional period until February 2027. Speaking at an extraordinary meeting of the reconstituted Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Commission in Juba on Wednesday, Haysom remarked, while the UN will endorse the extension of the transitional period, we do so with real regret and disappointment. The meeting, attended by government officials, diplomats, regional stakeholders, civil society representatives, and the UN, focused on the decision to prolong the transition in South Sudan, initially set to end in 2024. Haysom underscored that the same issue arose 2 years ago, stating 2 years ago we were in an identical situation as we are today and gave our support specifically under the condition that there will be no more extension. Today it is sadly evident that the country is not ready for election that we could confidently expect to generate a credible and peaceful outcome. South Sudan continues to face numerous challenges, including a stagnant peace process, severe economic hardship, and widespread flooding, all of which have hindered progress. Crucial milestone outlined in the 2018 revitalized peace agreement remain unmet. Prosper Ado, senior political officer of the African Union mission in South Sudan, echoed this sentiment, explaining the necessity of the extension. We unanimously support the decision to extend the transition period due to the prevailing circumstances of the country, including the difficult socio-economic conditions and lack of adequate preparations by the election commission and security sector. Ado said, as the transitional period extends, there's a pressing need for decisive action and a clear timeline to resolve public confidence in the peace process. Ado added the AU hopes that this will give the institution working on a constitution marking election as a security opportunity to prepare adequate and in timely manner. By the way, Father, let me just say this, guys, that I think we have seen a lot of interference all the time when it comes to African matters, and this not to say that I agree with whatever that is happening in Africa, but I'm always against interference in our matters. And it's kind of hard, to stop right now because because we have always wanting them. We've always been receiving aids from them. For instance, I'll give you one case, guys. In Tanzania recently, the president of Tanzania actually stood up and actually basically kind of rebuked the Western countries, and they say, you know what, we are a sovereign country. You guys, you have your own countries as well. We run according to the laws and regulations of our country, so we do not take anything from you guys. You should not dictate how you want us to live, how we want to operate, and whatsoever. And the ambassador of US in Tanzania, he actually responded. They released a statement that, you know what, we have been highly supporting Tanzania more than any other nation. Over the course of few years, we've given like above $7 billion US. There's no country on earth supported Tanzania to that extent. Therefore, we have every right to advise, we have every right to rebuke whatever that is not going right in the country, because there's been a lot of tension in Tanzania right now. By the way, we are heading to elections, so there's been a lot of things going on. So why am I sharing with you this? This is the power that we've already given to them over 60 years right now. it is almost impossible right now to just start standing and be like, you know what, do not interfere our matters, you know, do not do anything. Yes, we as our Pan-Africanists, we as the people who love Africa, young Africa, Gen Z and millennium kids, we really say that because we don't want the humiliation that is happening in our countries. But to be honest, the leaders that are in our countries, they don't have right to say nothing. Why? Because they have been receiving a lot of support. Today you're going to them to ask support, to supporting your country, to sustain the economy of your country, to get loans and aid from them, and then the next day you go back and you say, what, don't say nothing about our countries. No, whoever feeds you controls you, because they feed you, therefore they have power over you to control you. So if you don't want to be controlled, if you don't want to be dragged around, it's very simple. Just don't take their money. It's very simple. Just don't ask for loans and aid. Why? You should just develop yourself. And this is where I always say this. It is possible for Africa to stand on our own only if we come together as one people, unite our power, unite our resources, use what we have to support and to improve each other's life. And I'm telling you, these guys, they're going to come to us not as a father or sugar daddy or sugar mommy, but they're going to come to us as partners, because they know that these guys, they know what they want, they know what they need, they know what they do, and they are united. The only way for us to collaborate and partner with them is only if we agree on their unity, and also trying to find a way for us to mingle, like, you know, to collaborate and partner with them. That is the only way forward. It is the only way for it. So coming back to the case of Sudan, South Sudan, you know, the election, you know, the leader of African Union, they say that they are actually supporting this because of the environment. There's no, you know, you cannot carry on election if you don't have tools to kill that election. You need a lot of preparations and you need a lot of money to carry that out. Of course, I would say this, that as a country, you're supposed to have all these facilities ready for the election. As long as it's a democratic country, you're supposed to have that. The lack of preparation is not a good thing, actually. This has been postponed for the second time. Now it's going to be postponed all the way to 2025. It's not a good sign, to be honest. Yes, I understand that it needs to be postponed, but it's not a good sign. As a country, you need to be prepared yourself, right? But at the same time, as much as I don't agree with this, I also don't agree with other countries to come and to interfere, to be like, you know, we're deeply regretting everything for you guys to extend this session. It is none of your business. As a matter of fact, let me know, the people from South Sudan, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys say about your current leadership? What do you guys feel about your current leadership? Do you want this election to be carried out, or do you want the leader to continue to be there? Because what matters is what the people want. I always say this about the people of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. If the people want their government to continue to be there, the people of Burkina Faso did that actually. Ibrahim Traoré was supposed to be there for only 1 to 2 years. But then they changed constitution and they wanted him to stay for 5 years. Why? Because he's actually making change in the country. So if the people decide that we need this leader and we need this government to continue to be here, nobody can say no. So kudos to the people of Sudan. And I want to know from you guys, do you really want this government to continue to be there? If you don't want, how are you guys going to copy with the decision of extension election all the way to 2025? And then for the rest of Africans, I'd love to know your opinion. You've heard a lot of things that I've said here, but what are your opinion? What are your stand? What are your thoughts? Because as I always say, guys, we learn from one another. So I'd love to hear your opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section, and it's gonna be amazing. Once again, please don't forget to subscribe and share this link with somebody. It helps us to reach to as many people as we can. Most importantly, please like, and also you can support through Patreon, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Thanks. All the links are in the description. I appreciate, guys. I love you, and stay safe. Unity and one Africa right now.